Check in with Jed.
Got a great shot this morning. This is our SSM Health Cam looking over toward Tinker Air Force Base, Midwest City. Good morning to our friends over there. Here's a look on toward the east because that sun is now coming up. I love it in the mornings here that we now get to fall back because our sunrises happen a little bit earlier. This won't last here into the winter months, but for now, at least we get a little sun this early in the morning. Sun is coming up to what looks to be fair skies here this morning. So really pretty decent. Have fair skies, a little bit of wind out there, 66. So pretty decent start for kiddos here out the door this morning. Now you see the lightning there, so there will be a chance for rain, maybe a thunderstorm going toward the time the kids head home from school. So this may be one of those carpool days, or you go pick your kids up in the line because the rain chances right now look locked in between about noon, about 4 or 5 o'clock. Rain and some storms will be around Oklahoma City. Temperatures dropping off as the cold front arrives, 58 by about 3 o'clock today. Let's look back just a little bit and talk about these temperatures. Still a very warm pattern the last 24 hours, 60s and 70s, almost 80 yesterday, hit to 79 for a high there, and then temperatures have been holding in the 60s here this morning. So this abnormally mild pattern continues now for a few more hours. Not that much longer, but a few more hours ahead of the next cold front that's arriving. The front is now blowing down into Oklahoma. You see the motion on that now getting close to Minneapolis, Des Moines, which are in the 60s right now. Very warm air running up ahead of the front edge of this storm line. Backside of it, teens and 20s blowing down. That colder air now on our doorstep as well as it noses in. This is that Arctic stuff that's going to roll on down and set will be a pattern change as that colder air sets on in. So 71 will be our high today. But look at the next 9 days. Most of this pattern will be very cold with 20s and 30s for lows, 40s, 50s for highs most days. Could see some 30s a couple of those days as well. And those 30s here coming on Monday might include a chance of a little snow. So we've got some winter type weather coming our way too. We're going to talk more about that here in just a little bit. The rain and storms developing along the front is starting to pop up now from Omaha down to just west of Wichita. That'll run down that line as we go through the day as rain and storms will go up, and we'll see the chances of rain develop here from late morning into the afternoon as that front blows on in. Right now we're 65, windy out there, south wind sustained at 16, sun comes up at 7:01. We've got rain and storms developing here for your afternoon as they go up from lunchtime today through 3 o'clock today. The chances of rain and storms look likely going into the afternoon hours today. We'll go from 71 ahead of that front. Behind it, temperatures dropping into the 50s. North winds will take over as well. We're in the 60s right now, mild conditions as that front blows through, and that creates that pattern change. Upper air pattern, big trough carved out over the central parts of the country. There's Nicole lifting northward. That's going to spread a lot of wind and rain up the east coast the next couple of days. For us, we're tracking our next storm. So the pattern's set. Colder air is now nose down. So this next storm right here, that's going to move across Oklahoma with a chance for a little rain or some snow. So we'll watch that coming on Monday. Right now, it does not look to be a major winter storm. Could be one that could create a few inconveniences here and there that'll blow on through on Monday. As going to next week, colder air continues to hang around, some snow over the central parts of the country, and may see a little of that return back into Oklahoma by the time we get to next Thursday or Friday. So we'll watch that as well heading into next week. Here's the first snow that we're expecting of the season for parts of central northern Oklahoma. This arrives Monday into early Tuesday. Again, snow will start west and develop and move across. This will probably start off as some rain, transition to snow, and expect to see the better chances for rain and snow be in the northern parts of the state. Central northern parts, generally I-40 north is where the better opportunity for snow will be, and maybe a little snow accumulation. Here's your temps today, dropping into the 50s behind that front. Those 50s will set up. Colder wind chills as well. Those will settle on in. Cooler air blows in overnight tonight as wind chills drop into the 20s. Some teens around overnight tonight into the morning hours tomorrow, and we'll hover the 20s and some 30s into your Friday. So colder air settling on in into tomorrow. Here's your rain chance today setting up. We'll keep that rain run on into tonight. And as going to tomorrow, the cold air hanging around 30s, 40s, covering most of the state, as we'll have a few rain showers still hanging around, especially southeast of the metro. But don't be surprised if you see a few sprinkles Maybe a few little sleet balls coming down. That's not out of the question. No big deal there, okay? So we're watching that. Going to keep an eye on it right now. Not a big deal on Veterans Day. Just a cold day there. 47 on Saturday, 52 on Sunday. Chance of snow possible Monday. One more chance arriving late next week. Your outdoor forecast, it's coming up.